Hi, my name is Kennedy, and if you don't know who I am just a girl from South Carolina who has struggled immensely with hair loss and PCOS. I posted a video on TikTok at the beginning of this year, and it had blown up. um, it was basically me in my car, just taking a video of myself when I forgot to put something over my hair loss for the day, and I didn't think anything of it. I thought maybe one or two girls would see it and feel a little more comforted that like an 18-year-old has hair loss, and it blew up. Over 700,000 people saw it, and it made me realize how many more women struggle with it than I thought. I mean, there are thousands of comments on that video. Women and girls have come together in the comments of that video to share what they've tried, what works for them, what they want to try, what they've seen, what they've researched. And I think it just shows how many women struggle with this. I mean, for me, I didn't think that there was ever a solution to hair loss besides like go getting a wig or getting a hair transplant, which I didn't want to get a hair transplant because it's expensive, and also it might not work and it might just make it worse. And also with wigs, I just feel like they can be so expensive and hit or miss, and there's so much prep with it. And I still wanted to have some of my natural hair. I wanted it to feel like me, not like I was wearing something, if that makes sense. So, I mean, I've struggled with hair loss since I was 13. Um, when I was diagnosed with PCOS, and I hate that PCOS is so underdiagnosed because I feel like there's so many women who have hair loss and they don't understand why it's happening. And from what I've seen, a lot of times it's PCOS. It's that imbalance of hormones, and it just causes your hair to fall out. And honestly, I don't think mine's gonna ever grow back. And if it does, I will be very happy. And if it doesn't, I've already accepted it. A brand reached out to me recently called Uniwigs, and they sell hair toppers as well as wigs. And at first, I didn't know what a hair topper was. I thought you basically had had extensions, you had sew-ins, you had wigs. I didn't know that there was like a thing called a topper. I didn't know that was a thing, which kind of sucks because I love the idea. And I mean, after wearing this for a week straight, I mean, it's worked well for me. And so basically, a hair topper is basically, in my head, it's like half a wig because it just goes on top of your head, and your natural hair still is on the bottom of it, if that makes sense. They have different kinds of scalps. They have a mono top, they have a skin top, they have a lace top, and then there's another top I can't remember. But I have the lace top, and so the middle part where um if, I don't know if you can see, it is a bit see-through because of the lace. It's a little more breathable, and it blends, or for me it does. It blends a little bit better into my forehead, and I think that was really important because my hair is so dark and I'm so pale. But this is the 8.5 by 9-inch Breeze lace top in truffle brown. I know it looks a little bit lighter, but when it's on, it looks like natural highlights in a way. But I'm going to tell you how I prepped mine and how I put it on personally. Again, this takes a lot of practice. It took me a lot of practice. I think I sat down one day and I just kept working on how to put it on. And I think that was something I struggled with a lot because I didn't want anything that looked extremely fake or wiggy, or, something that was very noticeable. And I think this is a great option for those types of people. So when I first got this, I took it out of the box and I made sure everything was right. I made sure the color looked right, that the length looked right, that the top was lace because that's what I had asked for. And then I got like a spray bottle and I just kind of wet the entire thing, and then I let it dry. I used a low setting on a hair dryer to dry it, but you can just let it air dry if you want. And then for me, I straightened it barely, and then I just got a curling iron and I curled the bottom. And with my face framing, I curled it away from my face, but it can get in your face sometimes and get up under the lace or up under the scalp, and it looks wiggy that way. So if you style it to where it's kind of up and out of your face, you don't gotta worry about it. With these toppers, they have 4 clips that are attached. You can also get like there's a halo wire, which is something that attaches to tags on the edges, and it's basically a wire that goes all the way around your head to kind of secure the front down. I don't have that on. I might use it in the future, who knows? But they also have a clip that can go right on the front that kind of scoops and clips into your front hair. I don't have enough to do that. And also, I feel like you would be able to see it through the lace. So I just use the clips that it comes with. I put it kind of facing away from me where the front is facing me, but all the hair behind you. And sometimes I like to brush like with glue my baby hairs down. I'm not going to do that because I don't think I need it. Also, make sure that your under hair is kind of styled to where it will blend with the topper. For me, I lightly curled my hair, and then for me, flip it. And then you want to be very careful with how you place it. You don't want to pull all that hair forward, so I don't put it down until like I'm a little over my forehead, and then I go back. So you want to line your parts up. And so that's the front of mine. You want to take the clip and scoop it in and clip. That's one. It will look a little weird right now, but pull it down, scoop. And the reason it looks a little funny right now is because you haven't like smoothed it out. So you do that with all your clips. And then for me, I just kind of use my fingers to brush it through, to style it, to make sure everything looks right. I also like to sometimes flip up the front edge and take my finger under it to smooth out like my real hair, because again, sometimes it just sticks out. That's how I put my topper on. Some people like to do it a different way. This is what's just easiest for me. But yeah, that's how I put my topper on, and that's a little bit of my story. And thank you again to Uniwigs for reaching out to me to try out this hair topper. Personally, I didn't know that they existed until they reached out, and I've been watching the videos on their TikTok and their Instagram and their YouTube, and truly it is amazing that all these women have come together to make a brand to help women find their confidence again. I mean, I feel a lot more confident. I feel normal and I feel feminine. And I feel like that's something a lot of girls lose when they have hair loss. They lose that part of themselves. And so I am so grateful that Uniwig sent me this to try out and to share with you, because I think it's an option that a lot more people should look into. Uniwigs actually gave me a promo code for their website. It's called Kennedy15 for 15% off, which I find incredible because it gives you a chance to try one of these out for, a discounted price. And I believe that women will find this as kind of their confidence booster. I mean, and again, I'm 18 and I'm experiencing hair loss, so this works for, younger women, older women. I think it's just amazing. So thank you again, Uniwigs. And again, just a reminder, Kennedy 15 for 15% off your first hair topper. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting me on this very small journey so far. I hope to make more videos and to share more of my life and my experience with PCOS and hair loss. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope this gave you some insight. Bye.